6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And here's Andrews. Off the play fake. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Agnew. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy. Take care of the football. We're on the road. You're a youngster. Let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you. Move on. Long way to go in this one.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Here I come again. Here I come again. One.
Now a give right side. It's Thompson. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And able to find Green. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Check 56. Hey, man. One. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. There's a party now.
First down, Mariota dancing to his left. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On the jet sweep, here's Harry. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
He was taken out at the 50-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the jet sweep, here's Harry. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
The tackle made by Devin Wood. The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. We own We own them.
High 7, let's go.
56 is the Mike. All day, baby. All day. We own it.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Come on, dude. He's checking. Crash.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. This is away and a on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Ready up. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. Watch the flag. Go.
To throw is Andrews. On 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Andrews throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Evans coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. We're scoreless after 1. look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. He's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
On the return, here's Agnew. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Sliding out of it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Play fake, Mariota. And the pressure gets to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Echo. Here we go.
They go play action. Mariota. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers. Ready, ready.
They'll try to right side here with Fournette. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Look, squeeze. Let's go. Now.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
6-6. Pull it. Get it.
On first down, it's Samuels. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now Fournette. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And 10 at the 19-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now Thompson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, Mariota. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Check safety, check safety. 3.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down.
Watch the safety creep. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Delta. Screen. Watch the screen. 50's the mic.
On play action, Mariota. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They go with Thompson again. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mariota now. Rolling to his right. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
At the 44-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Chopper!
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready. 50, plant. Hey, watch the leg. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Trying to get the first with Samuels. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first.
Ready. 10 Lobo. Hey. High 7.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Recon, 132 fighter. 26 left. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, deep. Let's go.
From the gun, Andrews. And he rifles one incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Again, it's Fournette. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch the twist. One.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Go.
Now Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Get in the weight room. Mike's 50. I got it. Mike's 50. Hey, let's get this. Three. Mike's 50. Bravo. time to go. Night.
From the gun, Mariota. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Switch.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
50, Mike, 50. I got you. Exit. Hey, Mike's 50. Man, I got you. Go, Mike.
On first and 10, here's Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Mike is 50. Check Mike 50.
Throwing on second and long. Mariota lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the ground, it's Thompson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
That's mine.
Second and 6. At the
Mike's 50.
Steelers'
Mike's
12-yard
50.
line.
I'm coming. 25. Check 25. Switch. Check.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Box try. Hey. 50 to Mike. 50. Man out. Mike's 50. Not here.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mariota. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Mike's 50. And we got
Working out of the gun, Mariota. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
50's the Mike. Zoom, fellas. Let's go. Here we go, T. Here I come. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. It's a party now. One. Mike 50. Alpha. I got you, son. Mike 50. 3 buzz.
Now Mariota on 4th down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. N'Keal Harry, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. Andrews. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Fights for, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Looking to throw. Andrews throwing the out route and complete. It's Rose. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Andrews. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Andrews going to throw again. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. So the ball moves from one 38 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They'll run it again with Fournette. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Looking to throw. Andrews. Throw left side complete. That's Rose. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
QB's tracks. Let's go. Mike, 3. That's the run. Under 10. Under 10.
Throwing, Mariota. He's going to air one out. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 30. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Mariota here to throw. Letting one go deep. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Andrews. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, You'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Leonard Fournette, his third touchdown now on the year, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Extra point put through by Boswell, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here it comes, here it comes. Mike's 50, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Mariota. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. They'll toss it to Fournette. And shedding through the tackle. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Andrews now to throw on second down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, Delta. 50, Mike, 50. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Hey, Mike. Go.
Looking to throw. Andrews. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rose. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Boswell good with the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So with 14 seconds on the clock, they've got to go with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. One. Mike 56. Mike's 56. Come on, D.
Charlie.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
56 the Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56.
Mariota to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing here, Mariota. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Watch the run, watch the run. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike.
Here's Mariota. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. One more extra point attempt for good measure. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.